Lucy Quest. I'm not really sure what episode this is. It's whatever the video was titled. Congratulations. You've made it. Doff opened up the fridge. Milk, almond milk, soy milk, gorilla milk. Gorilla milk? Guys, what's this gorilla milk? Z leaned up from the table, cutting French fries into small quarters. That's special milk for Ojin. He needs gorilla milk every day. Otherwise, he, gets that shudder. He does? Letty came over, looking at the fries on the table. Why are you cutting fries into small quarters? I don't know. I just like to eat them this way. Everybody eats them this way. No, they don't. Letty said, walking away, staring up at the ceiling, rolling her eyes. Doff got the gorilla milk out of the fridge. Is it really, tastes like gorilla? Hey, put that away, Ojin said, walking in the room. He clapped his hands, or snapped them. Guys, I did it again. I leveled another tune. Oh my God, how many tunes do you have now? I got 950s. I got them wrong, sorry. 950s. Well, why did you level 950th level characters? Because I could. Why not? I had this time. It's been really good. Hey, is that my gorilla milk? Don't drink that. That's mine. I had to import that. It's really good stuff. What's going on, guys? Ojin was hyped and wired as usual. Everyone had been thinking he was on something, like a new kind of drug or something special or just something different. Hey, guys, what's up? As he said, walking in the room carrying a large battle axe. It was bloody and she was dragging blood across the carpet. Hey, can we not do that? Rum said, watching the carpet and the blood walking across the room. What? We have a service that does this. It comes every week. Well, that's messy. Whatever, she said, putting the giant battle axe on the table. Punchy walked in. That's a pretty axe. It's kind of bloody, but it's pretty. I liked it too. It's got engravings on it. What? Yeah, it's got the melody for Funky Town written on the handle. No, it doesn't. Ojin came over and looked at the handle. Oh my God, sure enough. It's the melody of Funky Town right here. Doom, 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 doom. Funky Town. Everyone started singing it. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Then DJ walked upstairs from the basement. Yo, I know that song. He's talked in the various English accents that didn't work. Which won't you take me to Funky Town? I want you to take me to Funky Town. Bones stood next to him. It's terrible. Don't use that accent. You're looking stupid right now. I need you to be a better man for me. Everyone stared at her. Who are you? Hello, everyone. My name's Bones. I'm the sweet lady that taking care of this lovely man. She grabbed him, pulled him close to her. Isn't he quite handsome? He's got a knife like mine. She showed her giant hunting knife. From the movie Crocodile Dundee. That's why everyone knows about us. We all carry knives. I have 3 at home. Okay, I have 3 on me, actually. She put the knives on the table. Okay, 4. She pulled one out of her high heels. You wear high heels? Like, around the house? Of course. Why not? I love high heels. She sat in the chair and put her high heels up on the counter. DJ swooned. I love those nails. I love those heels. It's quite nice, actually. I got them in EverQuest. Did anyone play that? Long time ago, we played that game, he said, running around the room. Everyone was excited about something, and we weren't sure what it was. Anyone actually play today in the pre-patch? What are we doing? Brum said, looking at the newspaper, looking around the room. Doff looked up. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. I've changed my hunter's race 7 times. I went to Volpurian to get the Volpurian pets, and then Undead to get the Undead pets. And then I went back to Zandalari to put the Zandalari pets. He started to fade out and mumble in the distance as he was going on and on about his pets. C looked at him as well and said, I've been working on my pets too. And they talked about their pets, the cool pets they could get in the patch, and it got more and more noise. Suddenly, in the middle of the room on the coffee table, McGeady shouted, Bingo! I've got it! Champion! I've won the game! He turned his card and showed it to everyone. See? Hunter Pets. It was down below. I got it. What's my prize? My prize. Oh, my prize. Poor McGeady had been playing bingo in the downstairs living room area for the last 2 weeks. He's been really upset. He got fired. Well, I didn't get fired, actually. Champions. I got demoted. What do you mean you got demoted? A new thing coming out, Shadowlands, and apparently I'm not a big deal anymore. So I'm just not as important as I used to be, champion. Champion! But I can still say that. It's really nice. Anyways, you can still quest with me if you like, and I can still, go to parties with you, right? Letty? He looked up at Letty's eyes. Letty looked down at him. It just wasn't working out. She patted him on the head. I know. And she walked to the window and looked out in the distance. Actually, it wasn't that far to look out. Across the street, Henry was in the yard trying to build a swing set. Dolph looked outside. Oh, man. I feel bad for that kid. He's been trying to build that swing set for weeks. And he's just not as, I don't know. Well, they removed corruption, DJ said, looking out the window with him. You can't be corrupted no more. I mean, you can't really optimize it like I had to optimize. I mean, I had really good corruption. I did really good things with it. I was a really swell player. I really was. He looked at everyone. Bones walked up to him. I know you were, dear. You were fabulous. It's okay. Petting him on the head. DJ sat in the chair, mumbling. I was really good at corruption. I was really good. I'm a good player, It's okay. It's okay, love. Dolph turned to her. Is that what you guys say over there? Like, that's like a standard word? What? She said. Love. Like, you can say it like, hello, love. Goodbye, love. What's up with you, love? Is that like a standard thing? Are you mimicking my accent? Dolph looked at her. Oh, my. I have. I'm sorry. I've been transposed with another accent. It's not how I speak at all. Z walked up to him. Yeah, Dolph, that's his accent. You can't do that. I know. I don't know what happened. They all looked around the room. What's going on? What's going on? DJ looked at it. Dolph. Son, that's not your voice. It's this one. Thank you. Whew. The loop was ended. Every once in a while, the accent got traveled around the room like a new disease. Actually, accent and how it used to travel was happening everywhere across the country. They called it COVID-19, but it was actually the transference of DJ's accent. It would transfer from one person to another randomly. It's kind of a big deal, actually. I didn't mean to do it. It just happened. I don't know what happened. I unlocked something and I might have infected the server. DJ said, turning around, looking down. It's okay, love. See, you can use it like that. So you can say it in a way, say, okay, love, Bowen said. They walked back to the kitchen. Meanwhile, Z was polishing her axe in the sink. It was hard and abrupt and barely fit. It was clanking around. She was trying to clean the handle. The whole time she was singing Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town? McGeady sat down. I kind of got the Xbox to work. I was like, oh, you're using DJ's X again. Sorry, champion. I can't get the Xbox to work. And they tried to get it to work. He sat down and fiddled with the controls. Rum tried to help him. Ojin stood up. I know they're all the same class. So, I leveled 9 50th level mages. But it's because I roleplayed them all differently. And that affects them, he said. He tried to make sense and just didn't do it. Then Letty spoke up. Wait, aren't we supposed to be doing Legion of Doom or something? I thought we were doing that, doing Legion of Doom. DJ spoke up again. Oh, I completed that a couple weeks ago, he said, going into the kitchen, grabbing some Gorilla milk, pouring himself a glass. Hey. Ojin said, not with my milk. DJ was like, I like to shoot it like a shooter. Isn't that right, love? Bones looked at him. Right, love. Yeah, anyways, I completed I've completed this quest. What did you say? Legion of Doom, Letty said. What do you mean you completed it? I got the achievement a couple of weeks ago. Forgot to tell you about it. I caught Ojin on the John and I shot him. Ojin looked up. Just like in Game of Thrones. I died like in Lannister. I died on the John. Yeah, I was in between things. Yeah, you can't always be walking around naked. Eventually I had to, do some business. He got me in a John. Anyways, yeah, Legion of Doom is done. We're all moving on to Shadowlands, everybody. Aren't we excited? I'm not. Toph said, shooting an arrow across the room. On the wall. I don't know if Hunter's really working correctly. I had to fine-tune it. Letty agreed. I know. Something is working and something is not. She shot an arrow across the room as well. On the wall. Rum looked at them. Well, I didn't know you could bring our weapons down into the living room. No one told me that was allowed. DJ opened his robe and revealed a large bucket of water. He threw it on Zombie. Yeah, I've always had my weapons with me. Oh, my buckets at least. Bones walked into the center room. Guys, I think it's time that we really bond correctly. But you're not using an accent. Oh, sorry. Everyone, I think we should bond together correctly. And she pulled out of her robe, or armor, or whatever, a giant twister mat and put it on the ground. Ojin gets super excited. Twister! I love this. All right, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. He spun the wheel. Green. All right, right hand, green. Put his hand down on the green. Bones was excited as well. Oh, right then, I'll spin it. Oop, left hand, red. So she put her hand down there. DJ got in the act. Oh, I could do this. It's not a problem. Actually, it's a quite simple game to resolve. He always knew everything about everything. Like, he could take the fun out of everything because he already knew about it. Did you know the game Twister was actually invented in Ireland in the 1700s? Anyone? It's a true story. Anyways, he got right leg, a yellow circle. He stood there. In the middle of the room, they were doing it. McGeaney got in the action. Champions, I love this. I love playing with you all. Please don't forget me. I'm still alive. I'm still important. He was spinning the wheel as well. It was blue in his forehead. He put his forehead on that. Lady watched them. I'm actually not going to play this, she said. Sat down in the chair, continued to look outside, watching Henry failing, putting a swing set together. I'm going to go help this kid out. She got up, walked outside, went across the street. Dolph agreed. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for the kid. He joined her. Rum decided to try a little bit of the gorilla milk that was left on the table. I'm just going to try a little bit. Oh, you should watch it. It can give you a crazy, spiky, twisty hat on your chest. DJ said, now wrapped into like a pretzel on the floor on the twister mat. It's really dangerous. No, it's not. It's great. I love it. This stuff. It's really good. Anyone wants to get it? I want to drink it? Anyone want to be with me? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we going to play? Ojin was going a mile a minute. He then went over to the turntables. He had moved downstairs from his bedroom. Guys, I'm going to play some music, all right? Let's play some music. He started playing some really cool, funky music. He was spinning and everything. Zombie stood next to him. You're actually not spinning anything, none of this is plugged in. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just doing the motions. It's important to do the motions. You gotta do the motion. I'm role-playing. Let's role-play! So, he's like, fuck it, fine. He went over there and twisted the wheel on the twister game. Oh my God. What's this say? You gotta put your penis on black. Okay. So he sat down on the mat. McGeaney looked away. Ooh. I don't want to see that, champion. Bones looked away as well. It's a little too much for me. DJ stared on. Whip it out. I've got to see it. I want to see how impressive you all really are. And then Rum leaned out the front door and yelled at Dolph and Letty, helping Henry put together the swing set. Hey, Ojin's got to put his dick on black. Letty looked back at him. That's really nice. Don't need to know that. Whatever. Look back. Punchy was trying to get a gumball out of the gumball machine that Rum bought a couple of weeks ago. This thing always eats my pennies. She was juggling and fiddling with the machine. Z tried to help her. I think you should shake it this way. No, shake it this way. The girls were shaking it back and forth. Rum couldn't help but notice the jiggling. What? I said Rum couldn't help but notice the jiggling. Maybe you should just relax. Ojin said in a very serious, controlled tone. It's hard enough having my dick on black. I don't need you to be staring at things. It's so inappropriate. Rum cleared his voice. That's right. I'm sorry. We have to get ready for the expansion. Of course we do, Ojin said. We will be ready. It'll be fabulous. Except my dick is on black and I can't move. What's the other color I got? You gotta put your right hand on the blue. On this one? On DJ's hand? Yep. Bones said, oh, right. Wait a minute. Are you speaking in his voice? I'm sorry. I'm speaking in his voice. Then Ojin reached out and put his hand on DJ's hand on blue. DJ looked at Ojin for a second. Ojin looked back at DJ. The two shared a moment of serene, beautiful. This is terrible. Zombie came over, grabbed a bucket of water, and poured it on everyone. Psh, get off of this game. This is a stupid game. Why are we playing this game? We should be questing. There should be achievements to do. Aren't there achievements to do? Rum looked around the room. I don't know. I probably need to get flying or something like that. I could hear Letty across the street. It'll never happen. Whatever, Rum said, yelling outside, throwing a ball of toilet paper at her, trying to TP her. Whatever, she threw it back. There was TP across the street now. Henry didn't say a word. He was trying to build a swing set and it was failing. McGeady sighed. I really hope that someday I get a new job. Something exciting, champion. I'm still useful, champions. I'm still useful. Has anyone met the neighbors? Rum said, watching the moving van unload a couple streets away. Dolph had walked back to the house. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the Covenants. The who? Zombie said. Yeah, the Covenants are moving in. They've been moving in all over the neighborhood. It's a weird Mormon family. There's 3 or 4 of them. They're strange. Mormons. Ojin stood up. Zipped up his pants, realizing he had his dick out the whole time. Sorry about that. Mormons, they have special powers. No, they don't. Well, you like to think they do, but they don't. I was Mormon once. It's not that powerful. Wait, DJ, you were Mormon? Of course. Everyone in the Outback is Mormon. Yeah, we enjoy our multiple Mormonness, but just a one-girl man from now on, eh? Hey, love? Bones glared at him from the kitchen. That's right, love. Just one girl for you. Oh, I know it, love. I want to get some of that gorilla milk. It's supposed to help with, the old, Zombie looked at him. What do you mean, the old, what? It's supposed to help with the old ticker. What do you mean, ticker? Rum stood between them. It's supposed to help him with the, getting off and stuff. Yeah, don't say it like that. Whatever. Took a shot of gorilla milk. Ojin cried out, guys, that's so very good. It's really good, but don't waste it like that. What do you mean you don't drink it? No, I drink it. He grabbed the gorilla milk and ran upstairs. Bikini followed him. Ojin, I've got a question for you. He ran upstairs with him. Well, this is just particularly odd. Where's Chia been? Oh, she moved. So you said. Moved? Yeah, she went to upper state somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere upper state. Oh, that's kind of odd, Ram said. Who else is normally with us when we play? Got it, Punchy said, holding up the gumball machine, all the gumballs falling out onto her face. I got it! I finally authored this thing! Gumballs were all over the floor. Oops. Sorry about this. She gathered him, stuffing it into her house. Stuffing it into her jacket. I got these with you. Oh, I got these. I'll put these here. Rum started fiddling with her. She was fiddling with Rum. Z looked over him. Can you guys get a room? Whatever. We're going to take our gumballs and go. Let's go. They went out on side to the trampoline. Dolph was like, dude, trampoline time. I'll join you. They went out there. Punchy and Rum and Dolph were jumping up and down on the trampoline while the leaves were falling. Fall was here. The expansion was here. The Covenants had moved in next door. And that's where we're leaving everybody off. For now. Lucy Quest, I really don't know what episode that was, the afternotes. So these are some comments I have in my head while I'm recording these things. How do I do Lucy Quest, and what's it all about? It really is just a stream of consciousness in my head, and I try to pick a context of like what the core scene is about, sort of like what's the atmosphere they're in. And if you listen to these episodes, they typically all follow the same structure of like, you know, all the characters are like in a scene or a moment, and you kind of play it back. Rarely can I connect scenes together when I do this, because there's no script and I'm just making up everything on the fly in my head, so it's kind of weird. In this one, I know everyone's been sort of waiting for the conclusion or the start or whatever of the Legion of Doom, which was initially a really cool idea, and then I completely lost my momentum on it. That just happens as a creative. Sometimes you have a lot of things that are incomplete, and you lose momentum, and then you kind of get stuck with a sort of like, you're looking behind yourself and sort of telling yourself, gosh, I should have finished that one day. So you got to ship. And this happens a lot to me in software too. That's what I work in. And there's always this need to sort of ship. The ship it meaning get it done, get it out, get it done, get it out. Don't judge it, just get it done, get it out. Lucy Quest is kind of an exercise for me to practice that notion of shipping. And just like every other thing that works in software, I lost momentum on it and I had to get back to it. So I appreciate everyone, you know, saying, hey, give us more episodes, knowing full well that they're going to be just weird and strange and all over the map and incomprehensible. And you guys have always been a fan of just listening to this stuff. Even if it's only one person who listens or nobody listens, it's just kind of like it's out and done. It's kind of fun. This one I wanted to bring in the different elements, like the covenants. You know, that's coming on, the pre-patch. I always like to exhibit everyone's weird, sort of my perspective on their behavior, which is fun. You know, I can kind of go through the characters and how I feel about them. You know, Dolph is always sort of like the voice of reason, the voice of sort of like wisdom, and just, he's got wisdom with a sense of oddity, which I think is unique about his character. That's very much reflective of Dolph in the real, I think. Z is always a little bit matter-of-fact and kind of all business in terms of like, you know, here's this bloody axe, I'm just going to walk through the room with it, and has a bit of a kind of whimsical aspect about her. Letty typically is more about the sort of mom kind of character who is about doing, you know, maximum damage, yet at the same time is like super kind to things, and she has empathy for Henry, who's going to build this, you know, swing set, and he sucks at it. So she's like, she can't watch that. She has to like go and fix that. So it's funny. Ojin is always the hyperactive guy who's basically on crack, and he's the one that has these really weird things that he's doing all the time, these efficiencies he's working on, or processes he's working on, and I just think he typically, sometimes he can be sort of a ringleader character in terms of what he's doing, but it's just, he's kind of fun like that. Okay, I'm going to call this number, and they're going to come over here. Let's see if I can be able. Anyways, yeah, what other notes here? So, I'm sorry, I had to pick up some food. I'm successful in that. Other key essential characters. Yeah, Ojin's always kind of like, he's always jacked up. He's always doing something strange and stupid, which is fun. He's kind of a fun character to play with, which is very reflective of Ojin, I think. Then Punchy is always kind of in the background sometimes, but playful, and in some ways the most realist version of us, I think. Rum is very reflective of me, sort of trying to be a little bit like glue between conversations, and sometimes characters need to be sort of a segue from strangeness. Like you can't have everything strange. You gotta have some some normalcy, reflective normalcy in the narrative that helps the craziness kind of pop. DJ tends to be my favorite character to sort of like have weirdness with because of the accent, and I love doing accents in general. I love doing voices, and so he's fun to play with. We added Bones this time because she's been added to the collective family, and I wanted to incorporate her in that. I have no idea if I incorporated her correctly or not. Kind of don't care, and at the same time, I just think, any inclusive. I don't care, not to like not care about what she does, but I just think it's like sometimes I can't think about how people are going to interpret it. I just gotta like do it because you're doing it. But I think that's a great addition in DJ's life, is to have his new significant other, which is cool, right? We kind of grown up, and this year, really for the past, we're coming on a year. I think that we've some of you guys have known each other a lot longer, but I've kind of known everybody for about a year or so. Mary and I have been, kind of added to the party and such. And it's been great. You guys have been, we're really kind of a support system for each other, not only in our escape of reality, but in our mastery of the game and our just overall fun that we have with it. We have characters that come in the game and then leave. Folks like Chia, come in for a while and take off. And that'll always be in the storyline a little bit, I think, in some ways. I want to introduce, characters like Bash and Kanji again, and just weirdness in general. Magini is a fictional character, which I've always pronounced his name that way, and I know it's incorrect, and everyone's just gone with it, which is, I think, a hilarious thing. But Magini's feeling very much down on his luck a little bit lately because his storyline has ended, and so he's not feeling as useful. He's hoping he gets written in for some new lines in the expansion, but doesn't really know. Henry, likewise, is feeling, he's feeling really down, and so, he's trying to put together a swing set and trying to find his happiness again, and people aren't going to play him anymore, so he's kind of like down on his out. These are the fun things about these stories that I think are fun. Again, I don't do any prep for these at all. I usually have a thread in my head. Sometimes stories have little references in them that either from Mary or myself or other people, which are funny. The notion that, of course, DJ had, gotten the Legion of Doom achievement. That's just reflective of the classic, DJ kind of thing. And we're like, yeah, of course I did it, And then I like the Lannister reference of, Ojen being shot on the John, because that's from the Game of Thrones. So it's just fun doing those things. I do sometimes have the biggest way to do these episodes is I have to be alone, because I sound like an insane person if you were next to me when I was doing these, and so that's always a little bit of a thing. Or it's really hard to do them unless I'm completely alone, and everything's one take. So if I fuck up a sentence or line, I don't retake it. I just like this notion of, Ojen leveling character after character after character. And I wanted him to level all the same character, which I think is funny. And then I mistakenly said 90th level, and I had to go back to 50th level. The thing that's funny about that, I think to me, of course, other than the fact that that's classic Ojen, he would totally do that, is that, he was RPing each character a little bit differently. I wanted to sort of make if anyone ever played that game called Fate, I think it was called, where you could basically make decisions in this RPG and it would sort of shape your character. I was trying to introduce that, but I didn't have enough time. The Gorilla Milk, that was completely came out of thin air. Didn't plan on that. But I like the idea of Ojen having his own special milk. And of course, at the end, it's implied that he doesn't actually drink it. So, who knows what this is for. The Twister game came out of nowhere. Actually, that's a reference from something else a long time ago where I played Twister with folks. And I like there's always a little level of R-rated perversion in my stories, just because it's fun to have that context swirl around with everything. I don't know why Bones wears heels. I don't know where that came from. She's such a new character and everything. I don't know anything about her, and I think it's hilarious that, oh, this is just a new, female lead to play with. We'll just have her wear heels. She's wearing heels in the house, which I think is hilarious. I think, what else is just funny about this episode? Well, it's 19 minutes, which was surprisingly. I ordered some food for Mary and I, and then the next thing I know, it's 20 minutes later because I've been recording this episode, so I think that's just funny. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy these little notes afterward. It's a fun, stupid thing to do, and it kind of wakes me up a little bit, and then it gets me excited. And then I go into the process of editing it, and how I do that is pretty straightforward. I copy the audio to my Mac, and then I jump into iMovie and position a couple things, and then boom, and you have an episode and you're done. And next we have to think about the covenants. And of course the covenants are our Mormon family. Of course they're moving into the neighborhood, which are setting the stage for what's going to happen in the expansion. I kind of see the covenants as a special outsider kind of group. I wanted them to be sort of elite minded. I wanted them to be removed from the norm, and nothing says that better than being, I think, a Mormon in such a way, based on how we know about Mormons and culture. Of course, DJ was a Mormon in the past, because again, all roads lead to that motherfucker at times, which is an absolute blast. I also like the reference that COVID-19 is actually just an infection that DJ accidentally caused when he, we don't really know the origins of that, but basically, periodically throughout the world, people can accidentally fall into his accent. Then it's the scourge of the world currently, is that they all talk like DJ for a moment. I did try to really focus on making Bones' accent different, more feminine, more clear, almost more, not more curt, but more, just more feminine. And that's kind of like, that's always an art. I think in trying to do that, doing feminine voices are you have to be a little bit more calm and not as, they're very Doff-like. Doff is like a center for, Doff's character is kind of a center of neutrality, and then you kind of go from there. I've never done Punchy's voice in a feminine way, because her and I are always so close here at home, and we're always laughing all the time, so I feel like we're one and the same sometimes, But Z's character typically has a feminine tone to it, in my opinion. Definitely Letty, and then Chia always had that because of she had kind of a high-pitched notion to her voice, and then Bones has it too, which I think is going to be interesting to play with. So yeah, those are just sort of the creator notes of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fast and strange and fun to make, and I appreciate all of you guys encouraging me to constantly do these crazy things. Okay?